Hi guys, welcome back. So today's video I'm going to be doing the homeschool tag. This is a tag that I have not actually seen before. I found it on YouTube, so no one tagged me to do it, but I'm gonna do it anyways because I also think it answers a lot of questions I get asked all the time about homeschooling. So let's jump right in. Question number one is, why are you homeschooling? We homeschool for a lot of different reasons. I really couldn't pinpoint it to one exact reason that we homeschool. We enjoy the flexibility. We like being with our children and kind of having their hearts and their minds all the time and not just a certain number of hours a day. We like being able to kind of tailor the curriculum to where our kids are at so they can be ahead in the subjects they're ahead in. And if they're a little behind, then they can be a little behind, and that's okay too. So there's a lot of reasons that we homeschool, and we also really enjoy being able to incorporate our religious beliefs into every day and everything that we do, including our schoolwork. Number two is, what do your children think of homeschooling? I think that they would be fine in any scenario. If we decided to send them to public school or private school, they would be fine with whatever. It sounds really weird, but they trust us to make those decisions, and I really think they would be comfortable with whatever we did, but they do really enjoy homeschooling because, again, it does allow them more hours of the day to be kids. I mean, that is one of the benefits of homeschooling, is there's no time wasted in car lines or waiting for buses or standing in line in a hallway or waiting for your lunch or, that kind of thing. So we're able to get our schoolwork done and still have hours left in the day for playing. Is your extended family supportive? Yeah, for the most part. I mean, I can't think of anybody that's ever outright said they don't think we should homeschool. I think it's kind of one of those things that perhaps when my kids are a little older, it might be an issue, but right now when they're all elementary age, no one really has a problem with us homeschooling. My family's supportive of it. My husband's family is supportive of it. So right now, pretty much all of our family is very supportive. Question number four is, were you homeschooled? My husband was not homeschooled. He went through the public school system all the way, and I was homeschooled through most of elementary and 1 year of middle school, and then I went to public school for high school. Five is, best advice you've been given or have to give. I would say it's kind of the answer for that would be the same, and that is to do what works for you. People told me that, and I didn't listen, and it made the first 2 years of our homeschooling journey very, very difficult. And once I finally learned that it didn't matter what my friends were doing and in our co-ops and all that, it didn't matter what they were doing, we needed to do what worked best for us. As soon as I actually embraced that, it changed, it revolutionized our homeschool. Favorite thing about homeschooling? It's hard to say. I mean, I love the flexibility. I love that we can take vacations and things on off seasons when everyone else is back in school, and we can head to the beach right after Labor Day, and it's quiet and it's way less expensive. So those are just some of the side perks, and obviously I enjoy not having to get up at the crack of dawn to get everybody dressed and out the door to go to the school bus. That's really nice. I enjoy the flexibility of it. Your least favorite thing about homeschooling? I would say for me, it's just the pressure. It's the pressure and feeling like, you're it. I mean, you are your children's, teacher. So there's definitely a lot of pressure there for feeling like, what if I fail, or what if I do this wrong, or what if I do that wrong and they don't learn everything they need to know. There's so many things to question yourself and second guess and worry about, but that would be my least favorite part of homeschooling, is that aspect of it where I'm constantly second guessing myself all the time. Most annoying comment you've gotten? Hands down, and I'll probably get a million thumbs down on this video for saying this, but hands down the most annoying comment to me is comments about socialization. When people say, well, how do you socialize your kids? And honestly, people say this all the time. And it drives me crazy because I'll just be honest with you. I believe that you educate children, you socialize dogs. And another thing that I just read the other day, where someone posted and said, forced association is not socialization. And I think that that's very true. And I'm not knocking public school or private school or any other schooling options, but you're not asked to defend those every single time you step out the door. But if I go to Target at 11:30 in the morning with my kids, and people are like, oh, shouldn't you kids be in school? And then they say, oh, we're homeschooled. And then well, how do you socialize them? Or and it gets so frustrating and annoying. Our children are very well socialized. They play very well with other children. We spend time with other children. I mean, my goodness, between my sister and I, we have 10 kids. So our kids play with kids of varying ages, do really well around other adults. Yeah, I just don't care for that question at all, because I really think that personality makes more of a difference. If your kid is an introvert, they're going to be an introvert whether they're homeschooled or if they're in public school. And the exact opposite is true as well. So we take care to make sure that our children are getting out into their community and learning how to deal with people and situations and things in different scenarios. But by no means am I saying you have to sit here with these 25 other children that are the exact same age as you, and that's the only way you're going to know how to act like a human being. Anyways, that's my soapbox. Number 9, one thing that has not worked for you. I would say the one thing that has not worked for us is trying to do all of our subjects out of a workbook. Trying to just go and pick a curriculum that's like, okay, this is spelling, this is phonics, this is math, and here's a worksheet for every subject. Do your worksheets and you're done. That works great for some people. That method just does not work for us. My kids are much more hands-on. And they don't really enjoy just sitting and doing worksheets. So we do worksheets for sure, but we try to incorporate a lot more reading and hands-on and that kind of thing into their curriculum to keep them interested, because they just burn out really fast on a bunch of worksheets. One thing that has worked for you, we currently use My Father's World, and switching to something like that kept my kids way more interested. It's definitely like, you know, takes a topic and you kind of cover that topic and your other subjects incorporate in, if that makes sense. So that works really well for my kids. It keeps them interested. We cover each topic for a week to 2 weeks at a time, and then we move on. Let's see, number 11, what is your homeschool style? Like classical, Charlotte Mason? I don't really know. We're kind of eclectic. We're not unschoolers. We're not Charlotte Mason. And we're not really classic. I don't really know that I could pinpoint us exactly, just kind of very eclectic. We like to, we really like to incorporate nature. That is something my kids love. It's something that makes them just come alive. So we try to incorporate that into our homeschool. It's very just kind of, I mean, obviously we follow a curriculum, but if we decide to veer off because something has sparked their interest, then I have no problem veering off from our curriculum for a week or however long till we kind of take that subject that they've now become super interested in and kind of saturated ourselves with it, and they've learned what they've wanted to about that subject, then we hop back in, which is again part of the reason why we kind of do year-round schooling, and I don't really stick to a super strict schedule. I might be a little more strict this coming year, and I'll go into that in another video, but in years past we've been very flexible. And number 12 is, does your spouse or partner help with homeschooling? Yes and no. Is he a part of our everyday homeschool? Is he planning curriculum and lessons and things with me? No. Does he help the kids if they need help with something? Absolutely. And as far as like math, I'm not really good at math. My husband is great at math. So if my daughter's having a hard time grasping a concept and I'm having a hard time giving her any other way to look at it, then he can come home and say, okay, let me sit down with her, and he can go over it in a different way than what I did and help her kind of get it and grasp it and understand. So he helps us when we need his help, and he's always offered to help, and he's more than supportive and happy to help. But is he a part of like the actual planning and implementing and all that kind of stuff? Not typically. Okay guys, so that is the homeschool tag. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're a homeschooler, leave me a comment below and let me know that you are, and then do this video and come back and tell me that you did this video so I can go and watch it. I know my sister obviously homeschools, so Ashley, I'm tagging you. Joyful Chaos is her channel, so I'm tagging her to do this video. And anybody else who homeschools, I would love for you guys to do this video and let me know that you did it so I can come and watch it. I always enjoy watching homeschool videos. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.